Thank you, Johnny. Hi, folks, and welcome.
This is Jeopardy!
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome today's contestants. Player one.
Yeah!
And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone. Good luck to you in the Jeopardy round. And we start the Jeopardy round categories with this one. How about them tigers? Manimal. Mythology and art. Judy. It's all good. And South Korea. Player one, start us. Her losing the Oscar for 1954's A Star is Born was called the biggest robbery since Brinks. It's player one. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direct. That's correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. As Judy, this 1980 title character, Goldie Hawn said, "And I mean, look at this place. The Army couldn't afford drapes?" Here's the response we were looking for. Private Benjamin. Player one, pick again. Answer, the Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. How much? And the clue. Judy Reyes staffed Sacred Heart Hospital as nurse Carla Espinosa on this Zach Braff sitcom. No. Here's the correct response. Scrubs. We return to you, player one. From 1984 to 1992, Judith Light and this live-in housekeeper struggled over the question, who's the boss? We're talking about Tony Danza. Select again. She hit the top 40 in both 1975 and 1977 with Send in the Clowns. Here's the correct response. Judy Collins. Player one, back to you. In a Rudyard Kipling story, one of these animals saves a family from a deadly cobra. Yes, player one.
Yeah!
Right. You get to pick again, player one. A rhesus or a macaque? Okay, player one. No, that's not right. Here's what we were looking for. A monkey. Choose again, player one. Of the three animals on Ontario, Canada's coat of arms, the one that fits the category. Player one. Hey, you're right. And you're back into some money. You again, player one. The scarlet species of this tropical flyer is known for its brilliant plumage and strong voice. It's player one.
Yeah!
That's right. Way to go. Please pick again, player one. We're sure you'll just love Ondatra zebethicus, this rodent. Here's what we wanted. The muskrat. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Also known as a cathode, it's the car battery terminal with a plus sign. Player one.
Woo!
Yep. Player one, pick again. It can mean far better than average or not yet settled like an unpaid debt. Yes, player one. Good. Choose again, player one. The bird Ardea herodias isn't just any blue heron, it's this blue heron. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player one, back to you. As an adjective, it means very impressive. As a noun, it's a lavish production. Here's the correct response. Spectacular. Player one, you pick again, please. Marvin Hagler was Marvelous Marvin. Tom Seaver was nicknamed Tom This. We're talking about terrific. Please pick again, player one. A statue of this Roman sea god is a perfect choice for a fountain. There's one at Peterhof in Russia. Okay, player one. Yeah. Right. You get to pick again, player one. A sarcophagus at Hearst Castle depicts this group of 9, including Erato, who inspires love poems. Player one. That is correct. We return to you, player one. And here's Kelly.
This city statue of Geffen and her oxen is a bit less famous than the Little Mermaid.
Yes, player one. Right. Select again. Praxiteles sculpted this Greek equivalent of Mercury carrying the infant Dionysus. Let's hear it, player one. Oh, sorry. The correct response is Hermes. You again, player one. Get psyched at the Louvre by looking at Antonio Canova's sculpture of this Roman god and Psyche. Here's the response we were looking for. Cupid. Select again. This tiger is the great spokescat for Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. It's player one. Good. Please pick again, player one. With more than 10 million people, it's the largest city in South Korea. Okay, player one. Yeah! Right you are. Player one, back to you. Tigers are the largest cats, and the tiger named for this Russian region is the largest tiger. Here's the correct response. Siberia. Player one, back to you for our next selection. At the 2008 Summer Olympics, South Korea's Cha Dong-min won the heavyweight gold medal in this national sport. Player one. That's correct. You get to pick again, player one, and I'll hand it off to Kelly.
The South China tiger has these features spaced farther apart than other species do. On each individual tiger, they're unique, like fingerprints.
Let's hear it, player one. Correct. We return to you, player one. Tiger is the second rank in this organization for young boys. It's player one. That's it. You again, player one. The 12th century book Samguk Sagi recounts the time when this religion came to Korea from India. Yes, player one. Nope. Here's what we wanted. Buddhism. Player one, pick again. This medicinal herb of the genus Panax is native to Korea. Here's what we were looking for. Ginseng. Player one, you pick again, please. MacArthur thought the battle for this port would end the Korean War. Didn't work out that way. We're talking about Incheon. And here's the $1,000 clue. The largest population of wild tigers is found in this Asian country on about 30 wildlife reserves. The correct response is India. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. Plays. Celebrities. The largest in area. Your history. Be fruitful and multiply. And starts with the letter J. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. You might need a learner's permit to watch Paula Vogel's Pulitzer Prize play, How I Learned to Do This. Okay, player one. Yeah! You got it. Choose again, player one. This host of American Idol was born in Atlanta in 1974. It's player one. Ooh. Yes. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Mexico, United States, Canada. Let's hear it, player one. Sorry, that's wrong. Here's what we wanted. Canada. Select again. Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. Player one. Good for you. Player one, you pick again, please. This Brit signed on to play for the LA Galaxy soccer team in 2007. Here's the correct response. David Beckham. We return to you, player one. The play Spinning into Butter explores political correctness at a small college in this Green Mountain state. Here's what we were looking for. Vermont. Please pick again, player one. Moonlight and Magnolias depicts the epic struggle to turn this novel into a 1939 film. Here's the correct response. Gone with the Wind. Player one, back to you. Kelly?
Borat portrayer Sacha Baron Cohen studied history at this British university, named for a river crossing.
Yes, player one. Nope. Sorry. Here's the response we were looking for. Cambridge. You get to pick again, player one. Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen. Here's the correct response. Saudi Arabia. Choose again, player one. Spain, Germany, France. Okay, player one. Nope. The correct response is France. Player one, pick again. Before he was James Bond, he was Alex West in Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. Let's hear it, player one. Here's the correct response. Daniel Craig. You again, player one. Yeah. Answer? One of the Daily Double. You are currently in the lead. Give us a wager, player one. Here is your clue. Matthew Burnett turned this Our Town playwright's novel, Theophilus North, into a play. Yeah. Correct. Player one, back to you. In 2006, New Yorkers awoke to find his 1935 play, Awake and Sing, back on Broadway. Here's what we wanted. Clifford Odets. Player one, you pick again, please. She was nominated for a 2009 Teen Choice Award for her role as Ben Affleck's girl in He's Just Not That Into You. Here's the response we were looking for. Jennifer Aniston. Select again. Libya, Egypt, Tunisia. We're talking about Libya. Choose again, player one. Heads up, this 16th century British king had 6 wives and a 2-door garage. Yes, player one. Good. We return to you, player 1. Multiply 5 times 5 times 5 to get this. Okay, player 1. Yes. You again, player 1. To cross the street illegally. Player 1. That is correct. Please pick again, player 1. It's combat between two knights on horseback using lances. It's player 1. That is correct. Player 1, pick again. It's 3 times 4 times 5 times 6. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. You get to pick again, player 1. Hold the phone, said Elisha Gray and Thomas Edison, who both sued this Scottish-born inventor and lost. Yes, player 1. Yes. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. In 45 BC, this Roman's army defeated the two sons of Pompey. It would be his final battle. Player 1. No, that's not right. Here's what we were looking for. Julius Caesar. Select again. It's -10 times 6 times -9. Okay, player 1. You got it. Player 1, you pick again, please. Breed of cows named for one of the Channel Islands. It's player 1. Good. We return to you, player 1. Many computer games use this lever. Let's hear it, player 1. Correct. You get to pick again, player 1. Answer? The second daily double. And you're in the lead now. So what's your wager? All right, here's your clue. 17 times 2 times 6 equals this. Good. You again, player 1. This future U.S. president graduated from West Point in 1915, 61st in a class of 164. Okay, player 1. No. We're talking about Dwight D. Eisenhower. Please pick again, player 1. This fighter for a woman's right to vote died in 1906, 14 years before the 19th Amendment made her dream a reality. Yes, player 1. That's right. Way to go. Choose again, player 1. 33 times 33 equals this. It's player 1. That is correct. And the $2,000 clue? A green mineral or a fickle woman. Player 1? That's correct. Good game. I'll see you for Final Jeopardy in a moment. Everything depends on Final Jeopardy, of course, so let's take a look at the category, shall we? The 1970s. Please enter your wager. Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Now it's time for the Final Jeopardy clue, and here it is. For an historic February 1972 trip, Richard Nixon and Henry Kissinger each learned to use these. Nixon was better at it. What did you put as your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
Woo!
This makes you our new champion, Player One, so congratulations. We'll see you next time.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player one. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, folks, and welcome. You look eager to get underway, so let's get right into it. For this game, the categories are busy as a beaver, sports terms, pets, sounds like do, re, mi, etc., a hostile takeover, and literary bears. Player one, you start. Beavers have 6 of these on their heads in 2 sets of 3. One is transparent and helps in swimming underwater. It's player one. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding. You are correct. Player one, pick again. This 5-letter beaver home may have separate entrances and a carpeted floor. Hopefully no elks. Okay, player one. Yes. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Of 1, 5, or 15, the rough maximum number of minutes a beaver can hold its breath underwater. Player one? Yep. Player one, back to you. Natural enemies of the beaver include bobcats, coyotes, and this glutton associated with Michigan. Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. You again, player one. The coat of arms of this company, founded in 1670, displays 4 furry beavers. Yes, player one. Right. Select again. Net, ace, foot fault. Let's hear it, player one. Correct. Please pick again, player one. Bunker, wedge, caddy. It's player one. Right you are. Choose again, player one. Bomb, backfield, blitz. Player one. Good for you. Player one, back to you for our next selection. All right, here with the clue is Kelly.
Googly, gully, and batsman are terms used in this sport.
Yes, player one. Right. We return to you, player one. Fletch. Quiver. Okay, player one. Good. Player one, pick again. With more than 70 million living with American households, this is the most common house pet in the United States. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player one, back to you. This type of parrot that bears the name of a South American river can get used to cooler temperatures. Player one. Hey, you're right. Player one, you pick again, please. Often advertised in comic books, see these are actually brine shrimp in suspended animation. Okay, player one. That's it. You get to pick again, player one. William Howard Taft was the last pres to have one of these grazing at the White House. Her name was Pauline Wayne. Yes, player one. That is correct. We return to you, player one. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. Decide on your wager, player one. Here is your Daily Double clue. One of the oldest domesticated dog breeds is the Saluki, the royal dog of this ancient people. Correct. Please pick again, player one. A Katharine Hepburn memoir. It's player one. Right. Player one, back to you for our next selection. It's a long, long way to go to this 20th letter of the Arabic alphabet. Player one? Yes. You get to pick again, player one. Bangladesh produces about 60,000 metric tons of this a year. Let's hear it, player one. Right. Player one, back to you. Double talk phrase that followed ooh in the title of a 1973 album by the Faces. Yes, player one. Right. Player one, you pick again, please. It's Spanish for sun. Okay, player one. That is correct. Choose again, player one. Enjoy the Sleep in Heaven Youth Hostel or the Newhound Boat Hostel in this capital of Denmark. It's player one. Correct. Player one, pick again. I'm sure the Red Bus Hostel is fine, but the Mellow Mood Central Hostel caught my eye in this capital of Hungary. Let's hear it, player one. Yeah. You got it. You again, player one. Do the Funky Chicken Hostel or the Butterfly Villa Hostel in this Romanian capital. Player one. That's right. Way to go. Select again. It's off to the Hans Brinker Budget Hotel or Dirty Nellie's Inn. Sounds inviting. In this major European city. It's player one. Yeah, good. You get to pick again, player one. Surf the Internet Hostel or the Marriott Hostel. Note the lack of an extra R and T in Marriott. In this Bulgarian capital. Okay, player one. Good. Player one, back to you. This literary bear started life as a real teddy bear bought as a toy for Christopher Milne. Yes, player one. Yes. Select again. Created by Walt Morey, this docile bear lives in the Alaskan wilderness. Okay, player one. That's it. Player one, you pick again, please. This bear got his name from the London train station where he was first found after arriving from Peru. Player one? Yes. We return to you, player one. On this doctor's island, you'll find a bear bull and an old woman made of vixen and bear. Let's hear it, player one. Good for you. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. His story, The Bear, recounts an annual hunting expedition in Yoknapatawpha County, Mississippi. Yes, player one. Yep. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are NHL, NBA, NFL, or all three. My Spice. Did you plan it that way? October 1st. Foreign words and phrases. And B is for Bard. All right, if you're ready, it's Double Jeopardy time. Highest average salary. It's player one. Hey, you're right. Please pick again, player one. Uses a center. Yes, player one. You are correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Answer, the first of the daily doubles. And you're in the lead now. Please select your wager, player one. Clue, has no teams based outside the continental U.S. That's correct. You again, player one. Plays its championship at a theoretically neutral site. Okay, player one. Right you are. Choose again, player 1. Has canceled an entire season due to labor woes. It's player 1. That's correct. Player 1, pick again. The Ceylon or tree type of this spice that's good on toast is buff-colored and mildly sweet. Let's hear it, player 1.
Yeah!
Good. Please pick again, player 1. The name of this spice, important in Asian incense, can also refer to a small piece of garlic. Player 1?
Yeah!
Hey, you're right. Select again. In a sushi bar, you will likely be offered some pickled this, so you can cleanse your palate between bites. It's player 1.
Yeah!
Good for you. Choose again, player 1. Brassica yungsia is the brown or Indian type of this spice. Player 1? Yes. We return to you, player 1. Popular in spaghetti sauce, wild marjoram is more commonly known by this name. Okay, player 1. Yes. You get to pick again, player 1. Orbiting at about 67 million miles, it's the second planet from the Sun. Yes, player 1. That is correct. Player 1, you pick again, please. Its moon, Ganymede, is the largest in the solar system. Let's hear it, player 1.
Yeah!
That's right. Way to go. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. The least dense planet in the solar system. It would actually float if you could find a big enough tub to put it in. Okay, player 1.
Yeah!
Right. Player 1, pick again. In 2005, NASA experimented with a low-pressure greenhouse to grow plants on this carbon dioxide-rich planet. Yes, player 1. Right.
Woo-hoo!
Player 1, back to you. In 1781, it became the first planet discovered in modern times. It's player 1. That's correct. You again, player 1. 1971. This complex opens near Orlando, Florida. Player 1. Correct. You get to pick again, player 1. 1800. Spain cedes this large territory to France. Let's hear it, player 1. Good. We return to you, player 1.
Yeah!
Answer. The other daily double. And you have the lead. What are you going to wager? Okay, here is the clue. 1961. This man hits his 61st homer of the season. Yeah, good. Select again. 1880. John Philip Sousa becomes the leader of this military branch's band. Player 1. You got it. Player 1, back to you. 1970. 5 million people turn out in Cairo for his funeral. Let's hear it, player one. Yep. Player one, pick again. The name of this type of poem is from the Japanese for stanza. Yes, player one. Right. Player one, you pick again, please. Undercover cop Arnold Schwarzenegger taught it in a 1990 film. It's player one. That is correct. Choose again, player one. A medical aphorism, primum non nocere, is translated as, first of all, do know this. Okay, player one. Yeah! Correct. Please pick again, player one. This Arabic salutation, often followed by alaikum, means peace. It's player one. That's correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Here's Kelly from our Clue Crew with the clue.
Horses are put through precise maneuvers in this, a French word for training.
Let's hear it, player one. Good. You again, player one. Gassy surname of Sir Toby in Twelfth Night. Okay, player one. That's it. We return to you, player one. This ghostly guy is described by the witches as lesser than Macbeth and greater. Player one? Yes. You again, player one. His downfall was at Philippi. Yes, player one. Right you are. You get to pick again, player one. At the end of Much Ado About Nothing, Benedict quiets this love of his with a kiss. It's player one. You are correct. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? In The Taming of the Shrew, she's courted by 3 men. Player one? Good. Congratulations to you. You'll be continuing on to Final Jeopardy when we come back. Here's today's Final Jeopardy category. Poets. So, what's your wager? Press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad to select your response. Let's see what it is. Here's the clue. Fired from a job for laziness, he wrote, I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. Did you come up with the correct response? And that correct response will add... Congratulations, player one. You are our new champion. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.